The Yankees just took a huge gamble as Aaron Boone has submitted his lineup for Game 3 of the ALDS, and fans are going crazy over social media in the wake of being down 0-2 in a do-or-die game. We'll break down everything on this lineup and get you guys ready for Game 3 here on Yankees Digest. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on another edition of Yankees Digest. We really appreciate all the support you guys are giving us, and we are going to have a watch along that's going to be set up at 8 o'clock tonight, so you guys better get ready for that. But we have some breaking news from the New York Yankees. But before we get right into everything surrounding the Yankees and Game 3, if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you're not a part of the 25.7% who are subscribed to this channel, you guys better hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. We're going to have videos every single day. We're going to make sure you guys are updated on everything revolving the Yankees, whether if they're still playing in playoff games or they are going into the offseason. We'll have everything here on Yankees Digest. But getting right into this video, as we talk about the ALDS Game 3 lineup. And Aaron Boone, before this game, as he was getting ready after the Game 2 loss against the Blue Jays, where they lost 13-7, he was asked about what his approach is for this lineup, and there was a lot of different things that were going on social media with all this sort of lineup projections, whether it be Paul Goldschmidt going to be sliding in there, whether it be Jose Caballero being at third, or some other iteration after being embarrassed the first two games. And just looking at the lineup for the Yankees right now, it is the exact same. It is the exact same lineup in Game 1 and Game 2 for Game 3. We look at it. Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Carlos Rodon. And this was very surprising to me because I definitely thought that Aaron Boone was going to switch it up a little bit. And the reason why I thought he was going to switch it up was based on his comments surrounding Shane Bieber and the starting pitcher. He said, well, yeah, Shane Bieber, that is the thought. We're going up against Shane Bieber. That's how I'm going to formulate the lineup. Shane's been a reverse this year, been kind of both throughout his career, more of a neutral guy. Then you also have some consideration to what they have in the bullpen, how you space things out a little bit. It starts with the opposing starter, and it does. I definitely do agree that it does start with the opposing starter, but when you're looking at it, when you put Ben Rice in instead of Paul Goldschmidt, that is something that is very surprising to me, because I honestly think that with Ben Rice, he did end up coming a little bit alive in that second game later in there, but he has not been able to see the ball that well, especially against splitters, especially against off speed. And it has been a really tough thing to see from a guy who the Yankees fans were begging to be in the lineup just last week against the Red Sox, but having to be able to switch it up maybe with Paul Goldschmidt, who has had success that I'll bring up later in this video about against Shane Bieber. Very surprising that they do go with Ben Rice. They're trying to play the hasn't seen Shane Bieber hasn't seen Ben Rice type of ordeal, but I definitely think that there is something with just having the same lineup over and over and over again and just trying to throw it out and seeing if the Yankees offense comes alive and just saying, like, we're just going to live and die by the sword that we put down. And I mean, it is an approach. It is a gamble because you are leaving a lot of talent on the bench, with Paul Goldschmidt in particular, who can go up there and be a veteran presence who knows how to hit in the postseason. So definitely some sort of gamble that the Yankees are having right now, that they are really just trying to put in Ben Rice there. He has looked lost at the plate so far in this series, but they are in the Bronx, and they're just going to go out with the lineup where they have it. Bellinger and Rice, two lefties, to see if they could take advantage of the righty versus Shane Bieber. And before we get into everything surrounding Shane Bieber and the rest of the Game 3 preview, just wanted to give this announcement right here. Have you ever wanted to break into sports media as a writer or content creator? Well, you're in luck because Digest Media, the company that has helped me and Chris bring you these videos every week, has a bunch of openings across all 4 major sports in North America to join our growing content team. We're looking for passionate fans, creators, and storytellers who live and breathe sports on a daily basis. So if you want to step into my shoes and talk some sports, head over to digestmedia.ca/join us to apply today. You'll also find the link in the description and pinned in the comment section. We can't wait to see what you guys have in store for us, but let's get back to everything surrounding Game 3. And honestly, this is something for Ben Rice and what he's been able to do for the Yankees in this postseason. You're seeing it. 267 average, had major success against the Red Sox in Game 2, but then since then, he's kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit. In Game 3, didn't have much success with two strikeouts against the Blue Jays in Game 1. Did have a couple hits at the end of the game against the Blue Jays in Game 2, but also did have 2 strikeouts. So he's not seeing the ball on particularly the splitter, and he's not seeing much of the ball and not being as competitive at the plate as we are used to with the young first baseman. So something really has to give today. He is facing off against a righty who Ben Rice has been able to do really well against righties this year. So there's something has to give for Ben Rice, and it's a do or die game. The backs are against the wall for the New York Yankees, so they have to make sure that they can, have all of their players produce, especially a young first baseman who's trying to mold his way in to be the starting first baseman in 2026. And just looking at Shane Bieber for the Toronto Blue Jays, he has been, rejuvenating his career a little bit. He hasn't had the success that he has had back with Cleveland, but he definitely has the tools in order to be successful against the Yankees today, which is something that Yankee fans have to look at. And just looking at the career statistics against Shane Bieber for the lineup, was just going all around there, against Shane Bieber for the New York Yankees. When you're looking at it, Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm don't have any success against Shane Bieber. But the surprising thing about it was Paul Goldschmidt, who is batting .500. He's 3 for 6 against Shane Bieber in his career, and he has had major success against him, as well as Ahmed Rosario. So playing the analytics there, the guy is Goldschmidt and Rosario. They are much better against Shane Bieber, but it seems like Aaron Boone is not going to go to the analytics well for this Game 3. He's just going to put out his best lineup, the lineup that should produce against the right-hander. And then when you look at Stanton and Judge, they both have a homer against Bieber in their career. They also have had success against Bieber in the playoffs, which is very, very interesting when you're looking at everything around there. And then just, kind of looking at Shane Bieber's numbers so far this season. He only pitched in 7 games. He only appeared in 7 games this year at an ERA of 3.57, and he only allowed 8 home runs on the season total, and he had 37 strikeouts. So he didn't have a lot of time at being a starting pitcher. He pitched only 40 innings this season, so he definitely has had not a lot of experience this season, so that could probably play into effect for the Yankees if they're able to get ahead against him in Game 3 especially. And when you're looking at just what he's been able to do against the Yankees in the postseason, that's where the Yankees can look at their history against Shane Bieber in the playoffs, and that's where they can feel a little bit more confident here. They really attacked Shane Bieber in the 2020 wild card, where they tacked on so many runs to get him to a 13.5 ERA, and then Giancarlo Stanton was able to hit a home run against Shane Bieber in the 2022 ALDS. So they have faced him a couple times. Shane Bieber knows the Yankees lineup knows Shane Bieber, especially Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge. So really something has to give here. Something has to give between both of these teams, whether it's Shane Bieber is going to succeed against this lineup and the Blue Jays are going to still run over the Yankees with their offense, or is the Yankees offense going to be able to explode tonight and fight off elimination for at least one more day? Definitely think that there's some sort of fight that you're going to see out of the New York Yankees. Don't think they're going to roll over, especially in their home ballpark. But what do you guys think regarding this game 3? Really excited to see what's going to go on. Remember, we are going to have a watch along tonight, and we are going to make sure that we give you all sorts of content. So you guys better join in on that watch along and also subscribe to keep up on all the updates. But that's going to do it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Hope you guys enjoy game 3. Hopefully we're coming back at you tomorrow talking about more postseason action. So hope you have a great night, and let's go Yankees. Let's force a game 4, guys.